Tonight, officials in the small town of Esparto in Yolo County say positive progress is being made as crews are starting to stabilize the site of a massive fireworks warehouse explosion that rocked the area.
I want to show you this video from Drone 10 of the site. It shows crews taking a look at the large damaged location. Tonight, evacuation orders have been scaled back in some areas. Firefighters and explosives experts remain on scene.
ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha is in Esparto tonight as many are still searching for answers and still searching for 7 people who haven't been seen since the blast.
Chris and Laura, the roadblocks remain around the perimeter of where this incident happened. Earlier today, they actually shrinked it a little bit, but this is the first time investigators have actually been able to go onto the site. ABC 10 drone video shows the scale of the disaster, twisted debris and scorched ground, with crews still putting out lingering hotspots. On the ground, the search is far from over. 7 people remain missing after Tuesday's explosion at the fireworks storage site in rural Esparto.
He said there were 7 people in there, counting my 3 kids. So, you know, we're not animals. We're not just anybody. We're human beings. I'm a mom. They got brothers, sisters. You know, we miss them. We want to know exactly what's going on. So I'm asking them to please do something. It's 3 days already.
Marisol Ramos is holding on to hope, but also demanding answers. Her sons, Johnny Jr., Jesus Ramos, and Junior Melendez, were reportedly at the facility when it exploded.
Right now, the focus is purely mitigating the continued dangers that exist there.
The California State Fire Marshal Daniel Berlant says 2 licensed firework companies operated here, but questions remain whether they had all the required permits to store fireworks on site.
There's a lot of red flags about the situation. All of that is why we are dedicating a significant amount of resources to assist.
As investigators dig through the destruction, federal agencies like the ATF are now lending their expertise. Retired senior ATF investigator Alan Footvoy says if it is their elite national response team on scene, they have a high chance of finding out what happened.
They literally are going to go through and they will dig and sift, and you have people out doing interviews. They're doing all kind of photography, probably the most professional scene reconstruction group in the world.
As crews work on getting answers, families hope recovery efforts can begin sooner rather than later. PG&E has been slowly restoring power to a lot of the areas over the past few days, but power is still out for about 30 homes. No word on when that is going to be restored, and also no word when the evacuation orders are going to be lifted. Reporting in Yolo County, Garshpal Sangha, ABC 10.
Garshpal, thank you for that update. Tonight, we're hearing from a neighbor who owns a 180-acre almond orchard across from the warehouse. She says it was just built within the past year.
We thought we were being bombed, like war bombed, the way it sounded. There was over 2 hours of just nonstop. It didn't stop. You just couldn't even hear anything because it was just nonstop going off, and you could see them in the air and everything. It was insane. We saw roof parts coming off and out. We saw debris going everywhere. It was insane.
Neighbors say, in their opinion, it is unacceptable to have that many fireworks in one spot.
And we have a closer look tonight at what could have caused the explosion. It happened at a warehouse licensed to Black Star Fireworks. The owner, Craig Cutright, told ABC 10, quote, "None of our products are involved," and pointed to another company, Devastating Pyrotechnics, based in San Francisco. Records show both companies hold a valid license with the state fire marshal. We spoke to a fire investigator who has investigated explosions around the world and handled explosives in the U.S. Army Reserves. One of his biggest questions, just how many fireworks were being stored in that warehouse. He says safety protocols should be in place to prevent a spark from becoming a catastrophic chain reaction.
They were stored in bunkers underground and in limited quantities so that if an explosion happened in one, it wouldn't spread to the others, and have spacing between those locations to prevent things from spreading like it did in this case.
Late today, an attorney for Devastating Pyrotechnics released a statement expressing sympathy for the victims and saying very much is still unknown about the circumstances surrounding the fire. And while we understand the public's need for more information about the warehouse facility in Esparto, we cannot provide any further comment at this time. The statement continues the authorities will be conducting an investigation into this matter, and we will cooperate fully with that investigation.
Tragic fireworks explosions like the one in Esparto aren't isolated. Tonight, a similar incident in Florida pulls back the curtain on what we can learn here.
These types of explosions don't happen often, but when they do, it's catastrophic.
This video shows a 2022 incident in Orlando, Florida that killed 4 people. Attorney Ryan Will represented a victim's family in that case. He leads national fire litigation at the law firm Morgan & Morgan and says these situations have a lot of similarities.
When we're talking about these types of explosions, they really come in 3 variations. One is, the lack of proper procedures to ensure the safety of the people who work there. 2 is lack of training, and 3 is lack of safety equipment. With our warehouse here in Orlando, there were local inspections that were supposed to have occurred, but because the owner didn't designate the business and make it clear that he was conducting that type of business in that setting, no one ever looked. And so what we have is a situation where there was absolutely no oversight, no regulation, no safety equipment, and it was really just kind of the perfect storm.
Will says stronger safety standards and oversight are needed nationwide for facilities that store fireworks.
You have to safeguard against static electricity. And so what we're talking about is special clothes, no cell phones, no smoking, no vaping, floor mats, not having metal against concrete, which was one of the big things that happened in our cases.
Will went on to say all it took was a spark to set the whole place ablaze. He says local investigators would likely be looking into whether the business had extinguishing devices, rubber floor mats, and proper clothing for workers, and whether the building was properly zoned and far from residences. Families affected in the Florida case recently just settled 3 months ago.
We've been reporting many cities are telling ABC 10 they're canceling their fireworks events after the fire destroyed commercial fireworks they were planning to use. Here's what we know. Today, the Stockton 99 Speedway confirmed they are canceling the fireworks at their show tonight, but their racing program will continue. Lodi also confirmed this year's Lodi Lake Fireworks Show was canceled as a result of the explosion. The same for the 4th of July Family Blast in Placerville at the El Dorado County Fair. Sutter and Yuba County are rescheduling their shows. To check if your event is impacted, go to our website, abc10.com, and look on the home page. And to get the latest updates on the fireworks explosion investigation and to watch each news conference live as they happen, go to the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. We have today's full news conference as well as interviews with loved ones of the missing. The app is free to download on your TV.